We've been telling you about the shortage of skilled construction workers across the country. Well, now one project in Massachusetts has set out to address the skills gap and also the gender gap. Contessa Brewer is in the Bay State for us tonight.
Rising across from the Boston skyline, a new casino takes shape thanks to thousands of construction workers.
We do the heating and cooling, HVAC for the building.
Savi Mandority is one of 328 women working construction at Encore Boston Harbor, but it's taken her 10 years to reach her goal, journeyman pipe fitter.
I would let them know that it's a great opportunity, it's great benefits. It's not hard as people view it as. Women, we're just as hard workers as men on the job site as well. We lace our boots and tie them just the same way as they do.
Now she's the face of a statewide initiative to recruit women into construction.
In order to make this work, you have to have a kick-ass champion. And you got to kick these doors down.
The Massachusetts Gaming Commission has been instrumental following a mandate by the legislature to increase workforce diversity. It requires these casinos to put women in 6.9% of the construction jobs. That's more than double the national average, and the commission is tough about enforcing it.
We go union by union, contractor by contractor. Have you met the target? And if you're an outlier, somebody else is doing 8% women and you're only doing 0% women, we call you out.
But they soon realized there simply weren't enough skilled tradeswomen to meet those goals. So the commission partnered with unions, casinos, and nonprofits to get more women in the pipeline.
It's been very hard. It takes a concerted effort, and it really takes a partnership with the local trade unions as well as the contractors. They have to push these requirements down to their subcontractors, and it can be in many cases more expensive because you're taking inexperienced labor and you're putting them on the site and you're making sure that you train them up. But we've made that investment, as has our partners.
In the western part of the state, MGM Springfield will open its casino doors in mid-August. Its construction workforce exceeded the diversity requirement, employing 7.5% women, including an all-female demolition team.
It's important to get a woman's perspective on every aspect of the job, whether it's the office or it's out here on the construction site.
Encore Boston Harbor just hit the 7% mark last month, a milestone achievement for the newly renamed project, struggling to emerge from the shadow of a Me Too scandal engulfing its former CEO, Steve Wynn, and threatening the status of its gaming license. But its president expects a high return on investment made in the diversity initiative.
I think we'll wind up with a better work environment and a better place for our guests to enjoy, because they'll look around and see that we are really reflective of today's society.
The recruitment efforts also focus on hiring workers of color and veterans.
And as a journey worker, once they reach that level, they can make $90,000 a year. So it can be a life-changing experience, not only for the individual, but the communities in which they live. It actually leads to economic stability and security for everybody.
10 years ago, Savi was making minimum wage and living with her father. Today,
I just bought a house.
Would you have ever been able to do that on what you were earning?
Not at all, no.
The statewide campaign aims to see 20% women employed in construction by 2020, a lofty goal. But the winds of change are blowing in Massachusetts. In Everett, Contessa Brewer, Nightly Business Report.